Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another video. This is going to be my top 10 Rocket League content creators for the past year. So to put this list together, I just looked at YouTube subs and views gained, as well as Twitch watch time and Twitch followers gained in the last 12 months. If you don't see your favorite content creator on here, it might be just because they're not uploading as much recently or streaming as frequently, so don't panic. But before we get to some honorable mentions at the end, let's just start at the bottom, number 10, with Jesse, who's working pretty much exclusively on Twitch right now. He doesn't have a YouTube channel that he's uploading Rocket League on, as far as I'm aware of. He's really been rising up the ranks in terms of Twitch streaming recently, not so much in doubles, but that puts him at 4th place out of the 10 creators on this list in terms of Twitch watch time in the past year, and also 6th place in terms of Twitch followers. He can't go any higher on the list though, because he is only using Twitch to make content at the moment. I'm sure he would be higher up if he started uploading on YouTube, something I really hope he does consider, as he is a very entertaining guy, and if this was a subjective list, I would absolutely have him much, much higher. Number 9, I've got Justin, professional Rocket League player for NRG. And just like Jesse, he is not uploading on YouTube at the moment, as far as I'm aware. I would love to see him do so, as he is a fantastic player, one of the best in the world, and he really exploded onto the scene this past year and showed everybody just how good it is. There's no surprise that that's translated into some pretty impressive Twitch numbers. He's just behind Jesse in Twitch watch time for the past year, just shy of that 500,000 mark. But he does have significantly more followers gained, over 42,000 in the past year. That's why I've got him edging out Jesse for the 9th spot here. Both of those guys, like I said just now, love to see them uploading on YouTube and see how much that would not only boost their YouTube audience, but also transfer onto their Twitch audience as well. I'm sure that there's lots of growth to be had. Now at number 8, I've got Floomp, who is in the opposite side of the spectrum. He's operating solely out of YouTube right now, although I do think he streams on YouTube every now and then. I've not really been able to take that into consideration, because that just kind of adds to the YouTube views and subs that I'm already looking at. So it's kind of a cumulative effect with Floomp's YouTube streaming. He doesn't get any bonus points for Twitch watch time or Twitch followers like everybody else in this list will. But Floomp has got the 4th most YouTube subs gained out of anyone in this list, and also the 4th most YouTube views out of anyone in this list. And if he did have any Twitch presence, I'm sure he would be higher up in the list, just like Jesse and Justin would if they had YouTube presence. But yeah, very impressive numbers for Floomp in the past year. 121,000 new subscribers, a pretty crazy number considering where he started the year off with, and also 28 million new YouTube views. Really impressive. I'm sure that it can only go up from here looking forward into 2019. Now at number 7, I do have someone who used to upload a lot more to YouTube, but he's lost a bit of that presence, as well as some of his former streaming presence, but still a force to be reckoned with, and that is Kronovi. He's just behind Jesse and Justin or rather, actually, no, he's just ahead of Justin, sorry, in Twitch watch time, but just behind Jesse with over 500,000 minutes watched. And he is going to come in a little bit behind both of them in Twitch followers, with only 28,000 gained in the past year. But it is that continued YouTube presence, although not as much as it used to be. It's still enough, in my opinion, to put him just a little bit higher up the list than these guys who are only operating on one platform, as Kronovi's picked up 13,000 additional subscribers in the past year, as well as over 3.5 million channel views on YouTube, and he's got a massive subscriber base as well. I'm sure if he uploaded more frequently, he would be picking up some really big numbers like the guys towards the top end of this list. So at number 6, just missing out in the top 5, we've got someone in a pretty unique position when it comes to Twitch content creation, and the reason that I've got her in 6th place is because she completely blows everybody away when it comes to Twitch subscribers. That is Athena. She's destroyed the record. I think John Sandman had the previous record for someone who's in the Rocket League community, and the Twitch subscriber record that they were able to accumulate. And remember that Twitch subs not the same as YouTube subs. The Twitch subscriber system is the same thing as the YouTube member system. The join button on YouTube is the subscriber button on Twitch. So when I say subscriber record on Twitch, we're talking about paid subscriptions, and that's the category that Athena's completely destroyed everybody else in, while still maintaining very impressive numbers in both Twitch followers gained. She's 5th out of anyone in this list in that category. Watch time, she's 7th with over 300,000 minutes. And also 7th place in YouTube views, because she does have a YouTube channel and has uploaded quite a few videos this past year. And the subs gain, she's actually gained 36,000 subscribers to that channel in the past year, which puts her 6th place in this list in terms of subs gained, ahead of Kronovi, Justin, Jesse, and one other member who I've put above her. But the fact that she's able to grow a YouTube channel so quickly and really set it up for future uploads, while still maintaining a crazy presence on Twitch, really filling a niche in the Rocket League ecosystem, I think makes her deserve the 6th place for the past year on this list. Just ahead of her, and the last person who I'm going to have on my list who only operates on one platform at the moment is Scrubkilla. He is fully on Twitch, and I'm sure, just like I said for Justin and Jesse, if he started a YouTube channel, I'm sure that would blow up and it would get a lot of views. But for now, he's going to have to settle for 5th place, because although he's got the 3rd most minutes watched on Twitch for the past year at over 690,000 minutes, and the 3rd most followers gained at over 45,000, he's just not got any presence on YouTube to help him into the top 4. Still ridiculously impressive numbers on Twitch though, and I'm sure that he's only set to grow in that regard if he can keep up his consistency, as well as start winning some actual tournament games, as well as the scrims that his professional team are currently so good at. Now, into the top 4, and at number 4 is going to be somebody who's only just started streaming on Twitch, but I have used that to put him ahead of Scrub, because like Scrub, he is 3rd in his main platform, at least in my eyes. But the fact that he's got a small Twitch presence now, and he is starting to grow that, and I'm sure it's going to continue to grow into the following months, puts him in at 4th place, and that is Sunless Can. Now, like I said, he's kind of like the opposite of Scrub. Scrub is 3rd place in Twitch watch time and followers. So while Sunless Can in the past year is 3rd place in YouTube subscribers gained and views, and that's why he is all the way up here in this list with some crazy numbers. 187,000 subscribers gained in the past year, as well as almost 30 million channel views. And like I said just now, the fact that he has started streaming on Twitch and already gained almost or over 4,000 followers since he did start doing that, and over 9,000 minutes watched, he will just edge out Scrub for this 4th spot. And we're just going to wait and see now if Scrub can get over in YouTube and start to fight back and see who comes out on top in the next year. Now, the top 3 for my list are way ahead of everybody else when it comes to numbers and content creation. But number 3 is going to be, for me, John Sandman, because although he has the most YouTube subs and YouTube views in this entire list by a pretty long way, especially when it comes to views, he does have a bit more variety when it comes to his content compared to the 2 above him, who are mostly focused on just Rocket League content creation, especially when it comes to his Twitch channel. John Sandman has a massive Twitch channel as well, but most of what he streams there will not be Rocket League, and that's why I've got him at 3rd here, behind the top 2, who are focused almost primarily in Rocket League. But it's no doubt that still John Sandman does a lot for the Rocket League community, and he's still inspiring a lot of people to play the game and entertaining even more on the daily with his upload schedule in YouTube, and long may it continue. Some crazy numbers there. 217,000 subs in the past year gained on his YouTube channel, and almost 100 million channel views. That's just extraordinary, especially when focused so much on Rocket League, as it's really difficult to get that many views just mainly doing Rocket League these days on YouTube, so kudos to him. But into the top 2 we go, and before we do that, I'm just going to mention a couple of people who barely missed out on the list, as I'm sure the top 2 are going to be pretty guessable at this point by most of you. But I did just have to give Jazer a miss for the past year. if this had been, I think, any of the 2 years before this, he would have been comfortably in the list and indeed pushing for the higher spots. But at the moment, Jazer's upload schedule has been a bit less frequent, and he's done a couple of streams on Twitch, but definitely not as enough to make a real splash here. And that's why he's just missed out on the list for me. As looking at his YouTube numbers for the past year, he just doesn't quite match up to the likes of Floop, for example, who I do have on the bottom end of my list at 8th place. Jazer just for the time being not quite pulling in the same numbers. I'm sure he could if he wanted to, though. If he starts uploading again frequently, he's got the subscriber base and the fan base to pull in the numbers if he was so inclined. And the other guy who just missed out was Phantom Ace, and just like Jazer, is because he's not been uploading as much as he did when he was pulling in his big numbers and really starting to gain a lot of subscribers and views on YouTube. His Twitch streaming, I believe, has been more frequent, but also not as regular as when he peaked, if I'm not mistaken. So look for those guys to make comebacks. I'm sure in the next year, if they wanted to, they could contest for spots in the top 10. And others as well, like Sizz. But yeah, there's so many Rocket League content creators who, if they wanted to make a comeback, I'm sure they could. But it's just up to them to see if they've got that drive or the motivation to do so. But anyway, let's get into the top 2. And for me, quite clearly, the second most successful Rocket League content creator for the past year has been Rizzo. He's been number 2 in both categories for Twitch in terms of watch time, just ahead of Scrubkilla at 720,000 minutes watched, and also ahead of Scrub in followers with 54,000 followers gained. But his YouTube presence has been still pretty impressive. He's 5th place in both YouTube categories, subs and views, behind John, Sandman, Squishy, Sunless, and Floomp, but still pulling in some pretty legitimate numbers with 86,000 subscribers gained and almost 25 million views. So it's pretty clear that he has been, for me, second best in terms of content creation for the past year. And this is all while being a full-time professional player for G2 Esports, which is no small feat. There's lots of other pro players out there who put out way less content than Rizzo does. And using the pro player excuse definitely doesn't fly when it comes to Rizzo, or indeed to the number 1 content creator for the past year, which, just like Rizzo, should not come as a surprise to any of you, and that is going to have to be Squishy. He's easily been the king of Rocket League Twitch for the past year, dominating watch time with 1.1 million minutes. He's the only guy who broke 1 million who's a regular of the Rocket League community, and almost 80,000 Twitch followers, so he's way ahead in both of those categories. And he only comes second to John Sandman in YouTube's subscriber growth, but still not by much, as Squishy grew in the past year by over 200,000 subscribers and pulled in almost 35 million views on his YouTube channel while doing so. And just like Rizzo, Squishy's done all this while being a full-time professional player and also winning a Rocket League World Championship. So he really has been the guy to beat in the past year, and it's going to be pretty difficult for anybody to close the gap and take that spot away from him looking forward into 2019. If anybody can, I'll be very, very impressed. But like I said at the start of this video, do let me know your own lists. You're allowed to be as subjective as you want with them. I tried to do this pretty much by the numbers, because that's just how I like to do things when I'm putting these lists together. But you're allowed to just pull names out of a hat if you want to. I don't mind. It's no big deal. And it'll be interesting to look back on this in a year and see how these content creators have done. Have they kept on streaming Rocket League? Have they kept on uploading Rocket League? Is Rocket League still is Rocket League still worth streaming and uploading? I'm certainly in the boat that hopes that it is and does continue to be. But yeah, let's see how these guys progress. Will there be any new content creators who can come and try and make a claim for a spot on the list? Because at the moment, these guys, I think, are definitely the names to beat when it comes to content creation in Rocket League. And it's going to be interesting to see how the order changes as we look forward to the next year. Number 1 thing, of course, to look out for is those guys who don't have YouTube channels. If they start YouTube channels, that could be a big swing. And likewise, if anyone who doesn't have a big presence on Twitch starts streaming on Twitch a lot, I think that could also be a big swing. So those are the 2 things that I'm most looking forward to. But anyway, guys, that's been it for my top 10 Rocket League content creators of the past year. Just to recap, we had Jesse at number 10, Justin at number 9, Floomp at number 8, Cornovia at number 7, Athena at number 6, Scrub at number 5, Sunless Can at number 4, John Sandman at number 3, Rizzo at number 2, and Squishy at number 1. That's my list. Do let me know yours in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.